सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धिर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चितान्तिः। So we are seeing Ishvara Swarupa Varnanam, the description of Ishvara. Is mic okay? And in that, Granthakara gives the definition of Ishvara as Chidabhasa, the reflection of consciousness in Maya Upadhi, and Shuddha Chaitanyam, Adhisthana Chaitanyam, Maya Adhisthana Chaitanyam. So Maya Adhisthana Chaitanyam, Maya Pratibimbita Chaitanyam together constitute Ishvara. And in that, Maya is presented in Panchadashi as Buddhi Vasana. That topic was is discussed by the Tippanikara. So how shall we reconcile the description here that Ishvara is Maya Pratibimbita Chaitanyam and there Ishvara as Buddhi Vasana Pratibimbita Chaitanyam? How shall we reconcile? And that is given. And yesterday we saw that Buddhi is resolved in Sushupti Avastha. And Buddhi will be resolved where any karyam is resolved in its Upadana Karanam. So Buddhi will be resolved in its Upadana Karanam, which is Avidya, a part of Maya. But what type of Avidya? Avidya which is Sattva Guna Pradhana or Sattva Gunatmika. So Sattva, to be precise, Sattva Gunamsha of Avidya is the Upadana Karanam of this Buddhi. So Buddhi will be resolved in the Sattva Guna aspect of Avidya. And anything when it is remaining in its causal state can be described as the samskara of that product. Any product, when it is remaining as its material cause, then that product is said to be in its samskara stage. Like Gata dissolved into the clay, then we say Gata is in samskara form. So Buddhi is remaining as the samskara in Sushupti Avastha. And Buddhi is remaining as samskara means what? Buddhi is remaining as this Sattva Guna Amsha of Avidya. And so Sattva Guna Amsha of Avidya or Buddhi Samskara, both are same. And Buddhi Samskara and Buddhi Vasana are also same because Samskara is otherwise called Vasana. So Buddhi Vasana is equal to Buddhi Samskara. Buddhi Samskara is equal to Sattva Gunamsha of Avidya. And the Sattva Gunamsha of Avidya alone is included in this Maya, which is Sattva Guna Pradhana. So Sattva Guna Pradhana Maya is Upadana Karanam of this Buddhi, individual Buddhi also. And that individual Buddhi, when it is remaining in its Karana Avastha, then we call it Buddhi Vasana which is equivalent to Sattva Gunamsha of this Maya, Avidya or Maya. And that is why we are saying that Maya Pratibimbita Chaitanyam is Ishvara. And Maya Pratibimba, when we say here in this Vichara Sagara, we mean this Sattva Guna Pradhana Maya Pratibimbita Chaitanya is Ishvara. And that Sattva Guna Pradhana Maya is the Upadana Karanam of this Buddhi. Therefore, we say that Buddhi Vasana is equivalent to Sattva Guna Pradhana Maya or Sattva Gunamsha of Maya. And therefore, there is no difference. That is said here. Mayastha Buddhi Vasanayam Pratiphalita Chaitanya Pratibimbam Bimbaha Ishvara iti Vidyaranya Krita Panchadashyam Abhihitam. Now he explains. Ishvaraha Meghakasha Kalpaha. Ishvara is like Meghakasha. And iti atra, in this particular presentation where Ishvara is Meghakasha Kalpa, now we have to match the constituents of Meghakasha. Meghakasha example with Dashtanta. So he says Megha Shadrishi Maya. Maya is like clouds. Meghastha Jalasamanaha Buddhi Vasanaha. So Buddhi Vasanas, the impressions of Buddhi, they are equivalent to the water of the clouds. And Tad Jalastha Akasha Pratibimba Samaha Chidabhasaha. And the Chidabhasa which is reflected in that, the Chidabhasa is equivalent to the reflection of the space obtaining in that water. That water means what? Buddhi Vasana water. And Buddhi Vasana Pratifalita Pratibimba Sama Ishvaraha. And here Chidabhasaha, it should be singular. Since Buddhi Vasanas are many, therefore it is called Chidabhasaha. Actually, the Vivaksha is of singular only. So Buddhi Tajjalastha Akasha Pratibimba Samaha Chidabhasaha. So Chidabhasa either we can consider to be Prajna. So Chidabhasa which are reflected in the Buddhi Vasana is what? Prajna. And Prajna is one with Ishvara. And therefore he says, considering that oneness, Buddhi Vasana Pratiphalita Pratibimba Sama Ishvaraha iti kathane na kopi dosha prasadyate. Buddhi Vasana Pratiphalita Pratibimba Sama Ishvara. Ishvara is equal to, Sama means equal to, comparable to the Pratibimba, the reflection obtaining in the Buddhi Vasana. Buddhi Vasana Pratiphalita Pratibimba Samaha Ishvara. So here Prajna is equated to this Ishvara. And iti kathane, in the statement that Ishvara is equal to the reflection obtaining in the Vasana form of the Buddhi, na kopi dosha prasadyate. Any dosha, any defect does not come. Na prasadyate means does not come. That is not applicable. Na prasadyate means not applicable. How? He explains this. Maya Rupa Ajnanasya Eva Ishvaratva Apadaka Upaditve api Buddhigata Vasadaha Ajnane Antargataha Bhavanti. So he is saying that Buddhigata Vasana, here Buddhigata Vasana means Buddhi, Gata Vasana is not an exact expression. Buddhehe Vasana, the Vasana form of the Buddhi, which is Ajnane Antargata Bhavati, are included in Ajnanam. And what type of Ajnanam? Which is the Upadhi of Ishvara. That is said, Maya Rupa Ajnanasya Eva Ajnanam, which is in the form of Maya, Samashti Ajnanam. Samashti Ajnanam, which is in the form of Maya, that alone is Ishvaratva Apadaka Upadhi. Maya alone is the Upadhi which is Apadaka means responsible. Ajnanam in the form of Maya, Samashti Ajnanam in the form of Maya, which is responsible for, which is the Upadhi responsible for Ishvara status. Even though that is the fact that Maya Rupa Ajnanam alone is the Upadhi responsible for Ishvara status. Still, Buddhigata Vasana, even though that is the fact that Maya is responsible for Ishvara status, Ishvaratva status. But Buddhigata Vasanaha Ajnane Antargata Bhavanti. Buddhigata Vasanas, the Vasanas in the form of Buddhi, are included in this Ajnana. Maya Rupa Ajnanam, it is included. And so what he wants to say when we are saying in this Vichar Sagara Grantha that Ishvara is the Pratibimba in Maya, in that Maya the Buddhi Vasana is included. And we want to highlight that aspect that Sattva Guna Pradhana Mayayam Ishvara Pratibimba. And for that purpose the Panchadashi Kara said Buddhi Vasanasu Pratibimba. So Buddhi Vasana description was given to highlight the Sattva Guna Pradhanata of Maya in which there is a reflection of Brahma. So to highlight, otherwise Maya is having all the three gunas. So how do we highlight that in Sattva Guna Pradhana Maya? Therefore we bring in the Buddhi aspect. Buddhi is responsible for Jnanam and that Buddhi is caused by the Sattva Guna. And when we say Buddhi Vasana, this Pratibimba is Ishvara, then it amounts to say that Sattvic Amsha of Maya, there is a Pratibimba of Ishvara. Pratibimba of Brahman, which is Ishvara. Alright. Sarvagnatvasya tu karanam Ajnanagata Sattva Gunaha eva. The cause for the Sarvagnatvam, omniscience, is the Sattva Guna obtaining in Ajnanam, Avidya, Maya, Ayancha Sattva Gunaha. Here the Ajnanam word is not used in the usual sense of ignorance of Gata, Pata, etc. Here Ajnanam word is used in the sense of Maya. So that's why it's Maya Rupa Ajnanam. So when it is a Sarvagnattvasya tu karanam Ajnanagata Sattva Gunaha means what? Maya Gata Sattva Gunaha. Otherwise a contradiction that Sarvagnatvam is responsible because of some part of the Ajnanam. He is Sarvagna because of some part of ignorance. That's not that. For here Ajnanam is in the sense of Maya. The Sarvagnattvasya tu karanam Ajnanagata Sattva Gunaha eva. Ayancha Sattva Gunaha. And this Sattva Guna Jnana Rupa Sakala Buddhinam Upadana Karanam Bhavati. And this Sattva Guna is the material cause for all the Buddhis which are having the nature of knowledge. Nature of knowledge means characteristic of knowledge. So all Buddhis are what? Buddhis are Jnana Rupa in the sense they are meant for Jnanam. So Jnana Rupa Sakala Buddhinam Upadana Karanam Bhavati. Sattva Guna is material cause for all the Buddhis which has got the nature of knowing things. Tasmat. Tasmat means what? Since Sattva Guna is the Upadana Karanam of Buddhi, therefore Shushuptau Sakala Buddhayaha Svopadanamshe Viliya Upadanatmana eva vartante. Therefore in Shushupti Sakala Buddhayaha, all the Buddhis Svopadana Amshe, in the part of one's own Upadana, own material cause, Viliya, having resolved. Upadanatmana eva vartante. It remains, all the Buddhis remain as the material cause alone. That is a general principle, that all the products, when they are resolved, they remain as their material cause. And here Upadana Amsha, it is there from the standpoint of individual. Swa Upadana Amsha. So Swa Upadana is a Sattva Guna. In that Sattva Guna, whichever part is the Upadana Karana for individual Buddhi, in that Upadana Karana part, this Buddhi will be remaining as resolved. So Swopadanamshe Viliya, having resolved, Upadanatmana eva vartante. All the buddhis at the time of Shushupti remains as the material cause having resolved into its material cause. And Upadana Rupena Avasthitihi eva Sukshma Samskara iti uchyate. So remaining as the material cause itself is called Sukshma Samskara, as the subtle impressions. Iti uchyate is, in this manner it is told. When a pot remains in the clay as its material cause, clay, then the pot is said to be in Sukshma Samskara Avastha. So Sukshma Samskara Avastha of the Ghata is what? Vrudrupena Avastha. Okay. Ayameva Samskara, and this Samskara, which is nothing but remaining of the product, remaining of the buddhis as its material cause Sattva Guna, that Samskara alone, Vasana iti api kathyate, is also called Vasana. So this Samskara alone is called Vasanas. And Itham, in this manner, Ajnanagata Sattvamshat Prithak Vasana Nama Na Kachana Asti. Itham, in this manner, if you have followed this explanation, then Ajnanagata Sattvamshat. From the Sattva Guna aspect of Ajnana Maya, Vasana Nama Prithak Kachana Na Asti. Other than the Sattvamsha of this Maya, Sattvamsha obtaining in Maya, there is not, anything is not there. Kachana na asti. Anything is not there, which is separate, which is called a separate entity. Anything called Vasana is not there, which is a separate, as is an entity separate from the Sattva Guna of Ajnana. In simple words, other than the Sattvamsha of the Maya, there is no separate entity called Buddhi Vasana. So Buddhi Vasana and Ajnanagata Sattvamsha both are one and the same thing. So he is putting in double negative. He said, other than the Sattvamsha of Maya, there is nothing called Vasana. Means Vasana is nothing but Sattvamsha of Maya. And Tasmat Buddhi Vasana Shabdena Ajnanastha Sattvamsha eva Grahya. Therefore, by the word Buddhi Vasana in Panchadashi, Ajnanastha Sattvamsha, Sattva aspect of the Maya, here Ajnana means Maya, Sattvic aspect of the Maya eva Grahya should be understood. So, for us, if you don't remember Chitradipa, if you have not seen Chitradipa, there is no question, no answer. But those who have read and remember, for them the reconciliation is done. Reconciliation, simple meaning is, essence of this reconciliation is, what is referred to by Buddhist Vasana is nothing but the sattvic aspect of Maya. Alright. So, we had completed this, so not completely, 184, Ishvara Swarupa Varnanam. There, one thing was told that Ishvara is otherwise called Antaryami. Why? Because remaining inside all living beings, it activates, it controls all the living beings. And since the Avaraka aspect of Maya is not influencing this Ishvara, therefore Ishvara is not having Bandha Pratiti, therefore is called Nitya Muktaha. So here Ataheva is that way. Ataheva means Swaswarupa Agdana Bhavat. Bandha Pratiti hi nasti. And Tataheva, Ishvara is Nitya Muktaha. So as we have seen, Ishvara is Nitya Mukta in a slightly different sense compared to Jiva is Swarupataha Nitya Mukta. So Jiva is Swarupataha Nitya Mukta, whereas Ishvara is even Upaditaha Nitya Mukta. In the sense, Ishvara's Upadhi is such where the basis for bondage does not come on it. That is what is meant there. Kincha Ishvara is Sarvagna. Why Ishvara is Sarvagna? Because Ishvara's Upadhi is Sattva Guna Pradhana. Shuddha Sattva Pradhana. And Shuddha Sattva is that which is not influenced by the Rajoguna and Tamoguna, which can become Pratibandhaka in general. So Rajoguna, Tamoguna inhibit the functioning of Sattva Guna. But the Sattva Guna in the Upadhi of Ishvara is such that it is not inhibited by Rajoguna and Tamoguna. And such Sattva Guna is called Shuddha Sattva. So Ishvara's Upadhi Shuddha Sattva Pradhana means Ishvara's Upadhi is having that type of Sattva Guna which is not inhibited by Rajoguna and Tamoguna. And what is the connection between Ishvara having Shuddha Sattva Pradhana Upadhi and his being Sarvagna? He said, Sattva Guna Deva Jnanam Utpadyate. From Sattva Guna alone knowledge is born. And that is why Sattva Guna is called Prakasha Swabhava, of the nature of illumination. And that is why Ishvara having, because of Ishvara having this Sattva Guna Pradhana Maya as his Upadhi, therefore Ishvara does not have Jnanam, Avaranam, with reference to oneself, with reference to any object in the world. And therefore Ishvara is Nitya Muktaha Sarvagna. Why Nitya Mukta? Because Avaraka, the Avarana Shakti of Avidya is not applicable to Ishvara's Upadhi. And this Ishvara's Upadhi is Nitya Shuddha. Therefore Ishvara is Sarvagna. And Shuddha Chaitanyam, which is the Adhishtanam of Jiva and Ishvara, is not having any such division of Bandha, Moksha, etc. It remains in uniform nature. Wherever is a Adhishtanam of Jiva, Adhishtanam of Ishvara, it is one and the same. So Bandha, Moksha, Vyavastha is only in Abhasa Amsha, not in the Shuddha Chaitanya. But the Bandha and Moksha of Abhasa are as though attributed to Adhisthana Chaitanya. But really speaking, Kevala Bhasa eva Bandha Mokshadi Vyavahara. In Chidabhasa alone, Bandha Moksha Vyavahara is there. So up to this we had seen. Now listening to this, that Chidabhase eva Bandha Mokshadi Vyavahara, somebody may think that Ishvara Abhasa also is Abhasa. So Ishvara, this constituent the Chidabhasa, that also should have Bandha. The Anumanam laga denge. Ishvarastha Chidabhasaha Baddhaha Abhasatvat Jiva Abhasavat Jivastha Chidabhasavat. Anuman का तो कोई shortage है नहीं. So there is no shortage. So he will say that Ishvara Ghataka Chidabhasa also should have Bandhanam. Why? It is Abhasa, like Jiva Abhasa. So that particular doubt is answered in the next paragraph. Tatrapi asti etavan veda. Tatra means there also. Means with regard to the statement that Kevala Bhase eva Bandha Mokshadi Vyavahara, there also, or even with regard to Abhasa also, there is this much difference. Even in Abhasa, which is supposed to be Bandha Mokshadi Vyavahara Bhak, with regard to that Abhasa, where alone this Bandha Moksha can be possible, in that Abhasa also, Etavan, this much difference is there. Division is there. What is that? Etavan means this following one. What is that? Yasmin Abhase Swarupavaranam asti tasmin eva bandhaha. In whichever Chidabhasa, there is a Swarupavaranam. The veiling of the nature is there. Tasmin eva abhase. In that Abhasa alone, bandhaha, bondage is there. Yatra tannasti, where that Swarupavaranam is not there, satu muktaha eva. That Abhasa is mukta alone. So here we will give Upadhi, Swarupavaranavattva, Savrupavaranavatvam Upadhi. The Upadhi is different from our this generally Upadhi. This is a Nayayika's Upadhi. Otherwise, समझिए कौन सी उपाधि what this like Sphatika, this Pushpa is upadhi. It's not like that. This is upadhi is a additional factor. Upadhi can be said additional factor for the hetu to establish satya. That is called upadhi. All right. So I did not say, but it came to my mind because sometimes we are doing this upadhi. Anumana is given, upadhi is given. So it comes automatically when Purvapakshi gives some anumana, that upadhi idea comes. Yatra tan nasti sato muktaha eva. Where Swarupavaranam is not there in whichever abhasa, even though it is abhasa, mukta. By saying upadhi, what idea we are conveying? That abhasatva itself does not become the hetu for bondage. Along with abhasa, if there is Swarupavaranam, then only abhasatva will become the basis, the cause for bondage. That idea we convey in the Nyaya's language, Nayayika's language as Upadhi. Okay. I will try to avoid this Upadhi because some people listening will say, Swamiji, we are telling something Nayayikas, too much tarka, so we are not supposed to do much tarka, so we will avoid. Ishware, I am telling myself. Ishware avarana bhava deva sa nitya muktaha. So general rule was given where Swarupavaranam is there, in whichever abhasa Swarupavaranam is there, there alone bondage will be there. Where it is not there, that will abhasa will be muktaha. And now specific. Ishware avarana bhava deva. Since because of the absence of avaranam, veiling factor, alone Ishware in Ishvara, sorry, because of the absence of veiling factor in Ishvara, there is Ishvara, that Ishvara is Nitya Muktaha. So Ishvara is to be connected with Avarana Bhavat. Because of the absence of Avarana in Ishvara, Saha Ishvaraha Nitya Muktaha. That Ishvara is Nitya Muktaha. Jivetu Avarana Sattvat. Jive means what? Jivasya Chidabhasamshe. In the Chidabhasa Amsha of Jiva, Avarana Sattvat. Since there is Avaranam, there is a veiling. Therefore, Jivaha, Saha means Jivaha Baddhaha. Now, he said, how will it be decided this? One factor will have Avaranam, Avarakatvam will be there, other will not have. All of them are all Avidya only, or Maya only. For that, he gives some provisional, what is called norm. Yataha yasyaha avidyayaha amshe pratibimbitasya chidabhasatva pasasya jivatvam bhavati tasyaha avidyayaha avarakatvam svabhavaha. So he says, why is it so? Yasyaha avidyayaha amshe pratibimbitasya chidabhasya pasasya jivatvam, being reflected in the part of which avidya, being reflected in the part of which avidya, Chidabhasa has got the status of being jiva, that avidya will have the nature of veiling. So avidya here in the sense of Maya only. In the Maya, there are so many amsha. Maya is samsha, savayava. In that savayava Maya, in whichever part, when reflection is responsible for jiva status, that avidya, that amsha, that avidya is having the nature of veiling. That avidya means what? That part of avidya will have nature of veiling. So we have to understand in this, let us imagine that this whole thing is Maya. This whole table surface is Maya. Some part, whichever part, if reflection is there, that reflection gets the status of being Jiva. If Jivatva Apadaka is the Amsha of Avidya, then that Avidya means Tadamshava Chinna Avidya is Avaraka. So whichever part of Maya is responsible for the Jiva status to Chidabhasa, that part of Maya is having the characteristic of veiling. That's what he said. He has put it in a very technical manner. Yasyaha avidyayaha amshe pratibimbitasya chidabhasasya jivatvam bhavati. Being reflected in the part of which avidya this chidabhasa has got the jiva status, that avidya is avaraka. It has got the nature of avaraka. Okay. In simple one, if we put it this way, that in individual avidya, when there is a reflection of consciousness, then that reflected consciousness has got jiva status. And that type of avidya which is giving the jiva status to the chidabhasa, that avidya will be avaraka. That individual avidya will be avaraka for that chidabhasa. That is what is there. Generally we say that individual aspect of Maya called avidya is having avarana shakti, and samashti avidya, which is generally called Maya, it does not have avarana shakti on chidabhasa. Alright. So consciousness reflected in samashti aspect of samashti Maya, that chidabhasa will not be veiled by this samashti Maya. At the individual level, in individual aspect of Maya, where there is a reflection of chidabhasa which gets the status of jiva, that individual aspect of Maya veils the chidabhasa. So individual aspect of Maya veils the chidabhasa, the total aspect of Maya does not veil the samashti chidabhasa. So at individual level, like sometimes what happens that small thing is done at individual level, it will become a crime. But whole country does that. Pura one invasion is done by whole country. Then कोई बात नहीं, आप सब मिलके करते हैं. So certain things, when it's done at the total level, is not considered dosha. Alright, so here the dosha doesn't happen. When samashti level as ajnanam, he does not have avaraka. Individual level avaraka. छोटे छोटे लोग भी जरा मर जाते हैं, बड़े लोगों को कुछ नहीं होता है. In Ramayana it is said, समर्थ को नहीं दोष गुसाई. Alright, that is in relative sense, okay? So here idea is that at samashti level, the Maya does not influence this chidabhasa. At vyashti level, the Maya influences the chidabhasa. So individual chidabhasa reflected in individual aspect of Maya is influenced by the avarana shakti of that individual Maya. That's what the crux of the statement, the essence of this statement. Alright, further he explains. Yadyapi ekasya vastunaha maya agdanam avidya ityadi namani. Even though for one thing alone, Maya, Ajnanam, ignorance, avidya, etc. names are there. Means all of them are essentially one. Maya, Ajnanam, avidya are one. Tathapi, even then, tasya eva, of ekasya vastuna, of that one thing alone, which is referred to by different names, of that one thing alone, Shuddha Sattva Guna Pradhanatva, because of being predominated by, prepondered by the Shuddha Sattva Guna, when that thing which is referred to by different names, when it is having the predominance of Shuddha Sattva, pure Sattva Guna, then Maya iti vyavharaha. Then it is called Maya. So Maya and Avidya, Ajnanam, all of them are essentially same. But when this thing which is referred to as Maya, Avidya, etc., is Shuddha Sattva Pradhana, it is called Maya. And Malina Guna Sattva Pradhanatvacha Ajnanam Avidya iti cha Vyavahara. When the same Maya or same thing which is called Maya is having the preponderance of the Malina Sattva, polluted Sattva, then it is called Ajnanam Avidya. And we have already seen here itself it will be called. What is Malina Sattva? They polluted by, overpowered by the Rajoguna and Tamoguna. So Malina Sattva Guna Pradhana Avidya, Malina Sattva Pradhana Ajnanam is called Avidya or Ajnanam. Shuddha Sattva Pradhanam Ajnanam is called Maya. Now we say that what is Malina Sattva? Rajastamo Gunabhyam Abhibhutaha Sattva Gunaha Malinaha Sattva Guna iti uchyate. So Sattva Guna which is overpowered by Rajoguna and Tamoguna, then it is called Malina Sattva, is a polluted Sattva Guna. And Rajastamo Guna Dikya Deva Avidya Swapratibimbita Jiva Rupa Chidabasamshasya Avranam Karoti. See, the Granthakara is explaining that how Malina Sattva becomes responsible for Avranam. He says Rajastamo Guna Dikyat. Because of the Adikya, Adikya means the superiority or more quantity, the status of being more. So because of more quantity of Rajoguna and Tamoguna alone, Avidya, Swa Avidya, which is having the pradhanyam of this, the Malina Sattva, that Avidya, Swa Pratibimbita Jiva Rupa Chidabasamshasya Avranam Karoti. Avidya does the veiling of the Chidabasamsha of the Jiva Rupa Chidabasamsha. So Chidabasha and the Chidabasa aspect of Jiva, which is Pratibimbita, which is reflected in itself. Swa refers to Avidya. So Avidya Avaranam Karoti does veiling. For what? The Chidabasamsa, the Chidabasa part, which is Jiva Rupa, which is in the form of Jiva. And the Chidabasamsa, where is it reflected? It says Swapratibimbita, which is reflected in itself. So Avidya, Malina Sattva Pradhana, Avidya is doing the veiling for the Chidabasamsha of Jiva, which is reflected in itself. So Avidya is veiling its own reflection. Avidya is veiling the reflection obtaining in itself. Alright. Why is it so? Why it is veiling? Because of Rajas Tamoguna Adhikya. Because of the more quantity of the Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Adhikya means more quantity, superiority, or more quantity of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Preponderance. Adhikya means preponderance. Because of preponderance of Rajoguna and Tamoguna, the Avidya is veiling this Chidabhasa. Ataha eva jivaha baddhaha na Ishvaraha. Therefore alone Jiva is bound and not Ishvara. Why Ishvara is not bound? Because Ishvara's upadhi is Shuddha Sattva Pradhana. Shuddha Sattva means where Rajoguna and Tamoguna are overpowered by Sattva. Means Rajoguna, Tamoguna do not have Adhikya, preponderance. And therefore they cannot create Avranam for the Chidabhasa. And since Avranam is the basis for bondage, therefore Ishvara being free from Avarana part of Avarana aspect of Avidya, therefore Ishvara is not Baddhaha. Alright, now further he gives, we are seeing the topic of Ishvara Swarupa Varnana. Whatever relevant details he gives. Sarvadhisthana Bhuta Shuddha Chaitanya Sahitaha Maya Pratibimbate Chidabhasaha Ishvaraha Tatpada Vachyartha. Now he connects with the Mahavakya. So Ishvara, who is Maya Pratibimbita Chidabhasa Rupa. Ishvara, who is in the form of the reflection of consciousness obtaining in Maya. But not only Chidabhasa, Sarvadhisthana Bhuta Shuddha Chaitanya Sahita, along with this pure consciousness which is the adhishthanam of everything. Earlier it was a buddhi adhishthanam. Here it is sarvadhisthana. That Chidabhasa along with the Shuddha Chaitanyam is called Ishvara, and that Ishvara is Tatpada Vachyartha. In Tattvamasi Mahavakya, the immediate meaning of the word Tat is this Ishvara who is having two aspects. One is Shuddha Chaitanyam, other is Pratibimbita Chaitanyam. Kevala Adhisthana Shuddha Chaitanyam Tatpada Lakshyartha. Pure consciousness which is non-dual Adhishthanam is the implied meaning of Tat. Why it is implied meaning? Because at implied meaning level alone, oneness will be established. By whichever meaning oneness can be established will be implied meaning. Because implied meaning is brought in for what? For establishing the Vakyartha. We want to establish this oneness as the Vakyartha. Oneness is the Vakyartha, not established. Oneness is the Vakyartha. And that Vakyartha will be possible only when we bring appropriate implied meaning of the words. And the appropriate implied meaning would be only Shuddha Chaitanya. Why? Because the Shuddha Chaitanya level alone oneness can be established. Therefore, Kevaladhisthana Shuddha Chaitanyam Tatpada Lakshyartha. Now he said, we have heard this Ishvara is Jagat Karanam, Srushti Sthiti Laya Karanam. How do we understand this? He said, because if you remember, when we were talking about Jiva, what we were saying? Jiva, which aspect of Jiva is getting bound? Because Jiva's glory is what? Bondage. Samsara is his glory. Ishvara's glory is Srushti Sthiti Laya. So when Jiva's story is that we have to analyze that topic, bondage topic. When Ishvara's topic we are doing, then we analyze Srushti Sthiti Laya. So Ishvaraha Jagad Utpatti Sthiti Samharan Karoti. Iti Shastroktehe Ayam Abhipraya. Ishvara creates the creation. Ishvara does, not create. Ishvara does the creation, sustenance and dissolution of this world. Iti Shastroktehe. Such statement in the scripture. What is the Abhipraya? Ayam Abhipraya. This is the idea conveyed by such statement. That Ishvaraha Jagat Srushti Sthiti Laya Karta Yatova Imani Bhutani Jayante. All these Vakyas are presenting Ishvara as Jagat Karta. So what do we understand? Now in the light of the definition of Ishvara you have given, that Ishvara is equal to Adhisthana Chaitanyam plus Maya Pratibimbita Chidabhasa. Now which aspect will be applicable here when we hear this statement that Ishvara is Jagat Karta? He said, Adhisthana Bhuta Shuddha Chaitanyam Akashavat Asangam. Pure consciousness, which is the Adhishthanam, the basis, the truth of entire world is Akashavad Asangam, is relation free, like space. Maya Pratibimbita Chidabhasaha Jagad Utpatyadikam Karoti. So since Shuddha Chaitanyam is Asanga, it cannot do anything. Asanga itself means Kartrutva Bhoktrutva Rahita. The word Asanga has got a message of Kartrutva Bhoktrutva Rahita. And therefore, it does not do anything. Because for doing anything, some relationship should be there. Karta has to associate with the Karana, Karma, then only Karta can do any action. Karma means the object. Whereas this Shuddha Chaitanyam is Asanga. Therefore, which aspect of Ishvara is doing Jagadutpatyadikam? Maya Pratibimbita Chidabhasa Amshaha. This Chidabhasa aspect, Amsha means aspect, Chidabhasa aspect of Ishvara which is reflected in Maya, the Chidabhasa Amsha alone, Jagadutpatyadikam Karoti, does the creation etc. of this world. Sarvagnatwadi Guna api tasyeva. Tasyeva means Chidabhasasya. The Sarvagnatva Guna, the quality of being omniscient also belongs to the Chidabhasa aspect of Ishvara. Ishvara has got two aspects, Chidabhasa and Shuddha Chaitanya. Chidabhasa aspect has got this Sarvagdatvadi guna. And what about says Bhagavan is giving showering grace upon me? That doesn't shower grace upon me. Both. So people have this. Now Bhagavan is very, very happy with me. Now Bhagavan is angry with me. For that, which aspect we should say that Ishvara is very angry or Ishvara is very, very much pleased with me? He said, Bhaktanugrahadi kartrutvam Aishwaryantaramapi Bhaktanugrahadi kartrutvam Aishwaryantaramapi Tasyeva Chidabhasam Shasya. Aishwaryantaram means other glories, others power, glory of Ishvara in the form of Bhaktanugrahadi kartrutvam, doing this favor to bhaktas. That also what? Tasyeva Chidabhasam Shasya. Of the Chidabhasamsha alone, Chidabhasa aspect of Ishvara alone has got this glory of blessing the bhakta. So Bhaktanugrahadi kartrutvam. Of course, karmanusarena. Bhagavan doesn't have like, okay, today I think is anybody who is born on 27 June, okay, today I will shower the grace soon. 27. Or something, today all those who are born on this 30th December, I will shower grace. There is no such thing. Always it is this karma sapeksha. And also in Shastra we say that the prarthana also, which is Swamiji used to say, people argue this, that why should I ask anything from Ishvara? Though he knows anyway he knows everything. I don't believe in praying. That also is one good attitude. But somebody who is asking, he is not a fool. Because asking to Ishvara, getting connected to Ishvara and asking, that also is a karma. You are doing it deliberately. Therefore, asking and offering prayer for particular result is not illogical or not considered inappropriate. Nothing wrong. In Gujarati they say that without telling even mother doesn't serve. So Bhagavan also we ask. Nothing wrong in asking. Yeah, if you are not particular about what happens, you need not ask. But if you have wish, then you should ask. Nothing wrong. So whatever is food in dining hall, I don't care. Then I did not put out this this cook. But if I want particular way, then I have to ask him. I have to request him. He put less spice, more spice, whatever. So nothing wrong in it. You can request. Even to any system also, there is always scope for maneuvering. If you want to do it in a safe mode or if you want to do it fast, slow, etc., there are so many things. Even at which speed your words will be typed, there is your maneuvering is there. You know that at what in our mobile, words will be typed at which speed. There is a setting for that. I think you only did, no? So words, no, if we a particular speed, otherwise it will, if we go, then if speed is high, then auto set it happens and we don't have control. So we have to set it in a particular speed. So there is a maneuvering in everything. If we don't do that, if we don't set it, then we will not be matching our activity and the system speed will not be matching. So there is nothing wrong. It's a part of the system. Is this computer is allowing us or mobile is allowing us? It's a part of the system. No. Computer should understand me at what I want. It's not like that. Even they say that there is a self-learning on the part of device. There is self-learning. That computer learns that when you type this word, 2-3 letters, you generally mean that. So that will give. But that also is set. That is not outside the logic of computer. And therefore, Ishvara is Bhaktanugrahadi Kartrukam Aishwaryantaramapi तस्यैव चिदाभासांशस्य चैतन्य स्वरूपम तु ekarasam sarvasamam. Whereas the nature of consciousness tu means pakshantare. Whereas the Chaitanya Swarupa of Ishvara, the the Shuddha Chaitanya aspect of Ishvara is Ekarasam, is homogeneous. Sarvasamam is uniform in all situations, equal to all. So Kutastha Chaitanya will not do Bhaktanugraha. It will remain Asanga only. Then somebody, why this Kutastha Chaitanya required? In Lok Sabha, some members told, he said, Prime Minister is not coming to the Lok Sabha, and also why should we have Prime Minister? No need for Prime Minister. They are angry. Prime Minister not coming. So similarly, the Kutastha Chaitanyam doesn't do anything. Why do we need it? He said, we need it. Tasmin satta spurti pradatva mantara anyat aishwaryadikam na kinchidapi upapadyate. Tasmin is Shuddha Chaitanya. Tasmin Chaitanya, in that Chaitanyam, Satta Spurti Pradatva Antara. Antara means except, other than giving the existence and shining. Anyat Aishwarya Adikam, any other power, etc., na kinchidapi, anything, na upapadyate, is not possible. So this Shuddha Chaitanyam has got only this much, Satta Spurti Pradatva, lending existence and shining. Other than that, no power is there in the Shuddha Chaitanya. Somebody says, oh, that's all. That makes the whole thing. If Satta Spurti is not there, then what? There is nothing will be there available, nothing will be shining. But other than that, no Aishwaryam is there in that Adhisthana Chaitanya. Satta Spruti Pradatva Mantara na kinchidapi Aishwaryam upapadyate Shuddha Chaitanya. Iti, in this manner, Ishvara Swarupa Varnanam. Or iti Abhipraya. We can go with that. Shastroktehe ayam Abhipraya. This is the Abhipraya. So iti can go with the Abhipraya. Iti can be conclusion of Ishvara Swarupa Varnanam. Now comes the ultimate one is Brahma Swarupa Varnana. Because Ishvara understanding is very important, worshipping Ishvara very important, meditation on Ishvara very important. So Vedanti does not ignore the Ishvara aspect of Chaitanya. So out of these four, this Jiva, I am, and this Kutastha Chaitanyam is the content. Ishvara Chaitanyam also we definitely take into consideration. But mere Ishvara Jnanam means the knowledge of Ishvara as this Maya Pratibimbita Chaitanyam Srishti Karta does not give me moksha. So Jagat Srishti Sthiti Karta Ishvara Jnanam does not give me moksha. Therefore, finally I have to go to Brahma Chaitanyam. At Brahma Chaitanyam, when I understand, then only I will understand my oneness, and thereby I will become free from sense of limitation. Therefore, Brahma Swarupa Varnanam is important, which we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo